So you should be looking at a picture of the Stress and Anxiety Relief Workbook. This is a workbook that I created for you guys. And so there's actually 4 workbooks. I'm going to share with you the way that you can get either one of them or all 4. I think they would be really, really helpful for you. So you guys know that I believe as a counselor, a social worker, a mental health provider, that you are the source. You are the person that is most helpful for your students, your staff, your families who you're supporting. But I always like to have resources. That's why I share free resources in the group. That's why I created the school-based session planner. That's why I am constantly keeping my eyes open for you guys. And one of the things that I've noticed recently is we're having a lot of challenges with people feeling overwhelmed. And I'm going to share a link to an article in just a little bit about surge capacity. And that is one of the reasons why I think a lot of people are just feeling just depleted. They just feel kind of cruddy. But so I'm creating workbooks for you guys to be able to use, and these are our resources. This is just a way to give you some structure and some support to the sessions that you have with the kiddos. And so the first one is about stress and anxiety. So there's 4 different versions of this workbook, and you can get either one version or you can get all 4. It's totally up to you. The Stress and Anxiety Relief Workbook starts, they all start kind of the same way. They've got a cover, and you can put the kid's name in there. They're each pretty meaty. So they're about 80 pages, right? So you can either print it completely for the person that you're working with, or you can print it piece by piece. You can pull them out. They definitely work standalone or they work in conjunction. So it's just a collection of worksheets in a nice flow. So this asks some psychoeducation. This is some initial kind of rapport building and some psychoeducation on anxiety. Got the debriefing, and then this is again some assessment, so really assessing their symptom level, helping them to understand anxiety, manage anxiety, recognize those triggers, talks about that CBT, and then we get into some coloring pages and the coping strategies. Then we have that coping strategy plan. We talk about gratitude and happiness, and then we increase that self-awareness. So this comes with a mood chart and a grateful heart chart and a thought tracker. And all these different things that you can use either as a part of your session, in conjunction with your session, as homework for your session. Just really, really great tools. And then we have these tracker pages that we got the daily reflection. We also have, in conjunction with a daily reflection, there's like a weekly assessment. So you can kind of have them tracking how things are going over a period of time. So again, you can, whether you're progress monitoring for an IEP or progress monitoring for a part of your standardized protocol at the school, or even if you're looking to kind of determine whether or not it's time to step up the therapy level, step down the therapeutic level, the level of intervention. These kind of tools can really be helpful for you. We got the daily awareness logs, and you get enough of these. So each of these workbooks is designed to be a full month's worth of pages. You do not have to print them all. When you download them, you get the full pack of either the one, which is the full 80 pages, or all 4. It's totally up to you. And I'm going to make sure that the links of those are included in this video description. So that is the anxiety one. Let's look at the depression one. So I have one for depression. Again, starts off the same way. Got those all about me pages. So this is your rapport building. This is, when you're just kind of getting to know the kids. You can definitely have them, decorate this. They can color on it. They can use pictures. I'm saying that these are for upper elementary and beyond. You totally could go a little bit younger with that, reading them the questions and just kind of having them respond with pictures or not with words. There's definitely enough space for that. But then you get into, again, that understanding depression. So you got that psychoeducation. You're going to get some scaling questions, kind of looking at where the level of their functioning is, understanding the triggers, they're focusing on their thoughts, and then you're going into those coping strategies again. And so all of the workbooks have the mood chart, the grateful heart, the thought chalk, the trackers, all of them have that. So they are interchangeable. So maybe you've got a kid who's got anxiety and depression, or maybe you've got somebody who is dealing with some stress and some overwhelm, but you also want to focus on some other strategies as well. So these are interchangeable. You can print them all at one time, or you can print them page by page, totally up to you. So the next one is self-care for real people. So I made this one because I'm tired of everybody saying they don't have time for self-care. They're so overwhelmed. The truth is, it doesn't have to be anything super specific that you might have typically been doing before. It's really about being intentional, checking in with yourself, focusing on how you feel, and doing something to feel better. So we start off with the psychoeducation here, and then we immediately start asking them about some of the things that they enjoy. I think a lot of times because we're so used to not being able to do certain things right now, we're not focusing on those things that we can do. So this really gets them to thinking about the things that they can do. Focusing on that gratitude, that overall life assessment again. Then I have a stress assessment in here. So this is a really nice place for them to really think about, like, how bad has it gotten? And then this is, if this is a tool that you were sharing, say, with staff members in your school building, this might be a place if they're really struggling and you see their score is really getting to a dangerous level. Encourage them with some additional resources that you have to offer. All right. The future self, really thinking about their moods and the triggers that they might be feeling. We do focus on the coping strategies and the self-care plan, which is another piece of that. I think the self-care tracker is a huge one. Obviously gratitude. Then we have some other things about loving yourself and making yourself a priority. We do want them to increase their awareness of their moods so that they're making good decisions. So these are all some of the logs that we have. And then we have that reset page, which really talks about how to take control of your reactions, which I think is a big part when we're talking about stress and overwhelm. We can't control everything that happens, but we definitely can control how we respond. And then we've got some affirmations here as well. So then the last one of the 4-pack. So if you decide to get the 4-pack, remember you get all 4 of these workbooks. So it's a master pack of workbooks. And these are PDFs, so you can download them, print them, at your leisure. These would be great to be printed, and you could, put them inside of hole punch and put them inside of a nice folder. You could definitely bind them at the Kinko's if you wanted to have these, be a little bit more specific. You could put them inside of a binder. You could create a binder for this, like just, get some, cardstock or harder paper and make these a little bit, more sturdy. This is a growth mindset journal. So this could be used for somebody who has anxiety or depression. This could be used for somebody who seems to not have a lot of motivation. This could be used for somebody who you're saying, like, I'm not really sure what we're working on with this kid. I'm not sure that they really need to be working with me, but I want to have our time together be meaningful. So if there's not a whole lot of therapeutic need, or you're not quite sure, this would be a great place to start as well. So it comes with that developing a growth mindset, which is, again, helpful for everyone. Some initial pages about, what they're proud of, what's important to them, some basic life assessment. This includes a mindset quiz in this one. Then we get into that future self planning. This one also has a few coping strategies, but I have also talked about, like, growth mindset language, which is another piece of psychoeducation. And then I love this growth tracker. So this is really asking them to think about what they're improving, what they're doing well, and looking for growth in their life, which is incredibly powerful, especially when you feel like things are not going in the direction that you want. We also have the mood chart in here as well, the thought tracker, the sleep tracker, the happiness tracker, all these different things. And then we also have some additional affirmations. So those are the 4 worksheets that I have for you, the 4 workbooks, excuse me. You can get one of these workbooks for $9.99, or you can get all 4 for $27. And I'll put all the links in the comments, so you can grab one or 2, or you can grab them all. And these are just available right now. You can, when you purchase them, they are immediately available for download. Again, these could be used as a part of an individual session. They could be used as a part of a joint session, a group session, a whole classroom lesson. This is just another tool to go with the wonderful work that you guys are doing. So hope you're having an amazing day, and I look forward to chatting with you again soon.